Hello, I'm Jiwoo Kim, and today's topic is should learning English be mandatory in Korea? And my answer is yes. In contemporary society in South Korea, learning English in school is mandatory, and Korean SAT has English as one of the essential subjects that the high school students must be tested on. Although English is certainly not a language that Koreans use in their daily life, Koreans must learn English in their school curriculums because English is one of the most commonly used languages, and Koreans should grow accustomed to it as a part of the international community. There are plenty of reasons that justify why English education should be mandatory in Korea. Students must learn English in middle and high schools because English is a universal language, and knowing English enables them to add depth to their knowledge and understand many documents. Studying at a university in Korea, 80% of papers and dissertations are written in English. It is true that some are translated in Korean, and students could translate them by utilizing Google Translate. Nevertheless, directly understanding the original text is clearer and has greater depth of knowledge. Furthermore, the fluency in English enables current citizens to effectively read or watch the BBC, the New York Times, a world-renowned journal, or any other media you want that could widen their thoughts. This does not mean that the Koreans could not enrich their knowledge through Korean documents. The numerous sources are in English that could be helpful for students. Next, English is an essential language in business. English is the dominant business language, and it has become a necessity for Korean people to speak English if they desire to enter a global workforce. Research from all over the world shows that cross-border business communication is normally conducted in English, and many international companies expect employees to be fluent in English. In Korea, 75% of the company personnel managers mentioned the importance of English competence in performance appraisal. Obviously, other second foreign language speakers are preferred too, but the most valuable language is English by far. Also, English is the language of international communication. It is the official language of 53 countries and spoken by around 400 million people across the globe. Being able to speak English not only enables Korean students to communicate with native English speakers, but it allows students to freely communicate with billions of people around the world and freely express their opinions. Opponents might argue American education does not have any mandatory second language to learn, so forcing Korean students to learn English suppresses their freedom to learn any second languages they would like to learn. However, the reason that American education does not provide a mandatory second language in the curriculum is because their own language is luckily the international language. Students in Korea must learn in English to communicate with someone from another country and participate as citizens of the world. Finally, students can study using English online services. For example, English YouTube channels can provide students decent lectures. Personally, I learned a lot, some information that I couldn't get from Korean schools or private lessons. As I mentioned before, the original textbook is written in English, especially in the case of the ones used in colleges. In summary, English should be mandatory in Korean education to encourage Korean students to learn the language of the world and enable them to communicate with people from other countries freely and enrich their knowledge without limitations. Thank you for listening.